Здравейте, скъпи зрители на News 24/7. Моето име е Мартин Петров, както вече добре знаете, и днес имам един много интересен и специален гост. Той е интересен по много причини. Една от тях е, че той не е българин, но ми е на гости тук днес в студиото. Той е състезател с спортни автомобили. Има много интересна кариера. Вече повече от 19 години се състезава, като от няколко години вече се занимава с бизнес. Ще си говорим за всичко от това, как е започнал, как му се е развила кариерата, докъде е стигнал, кога е приключил, защо е приключил, как е решил да се занимава с бизнес, къде е в момента и какви са плановете му. Ще се опитам да ви запозная по така много задълбочен начин с него, тъй като е много интересна личност. И смятам, че ще ви е много интересно да научите повече за него. И искам да го приветствам вече в студиото. Hello, Стефанос.
Hello, Martin.
Nice to meet you.
Me too. Me too.
Maybe I introduce you to the viewers in a short way. Can you tell them a little bit about yourself so they can get to know you?
Stefanos Kamicakis. I'm a former racing driver. I was competing until 2017 in multiple championships in different events. I started from karting, then I passed to Formula. Then something inside me wanted to test also the gravel tarmac, so I went to tarmac and also gravel with formulas, with Formula cross carts, and after all with rally cars in Greek championship. And after all, we also are in the karting business since 1995. So yeah, we have a lot to discuss today.
Perfect. You're setting very well the ground for our discussion. So let's start with you started racing at the age of 8 years old.
Yeah, I was even earlier.
Okay.
But I couldn't compete in races.
Okay. So
for age reasons. But yeah, my first race was when I was 8 years old in the mini category that we have in go-karts in the national championship of Greece.
How you start at age of 8? I mean, I have a daughter at age of 6 and I can hardly imagine her driving something.
No, you should not. You should not. You should let your children try to do karting, to push them to try motorsport. It's something that what I believe it's going to leave something, even if you do it as a profession, as a hobby, or something that you're gonna stop it in the age of 15. I believe that it's gonna give you the way to drive. It's gonna learn you many things. It's gonna be good also for when you're gonna get the license for a car. And I believe that everybody should take their kids and try them with cars. It's easy. I believe it's too easy.
Okay, sounds good. I see that you have a lot of passion for it.
Yeah, I'm born inside motorsport. My father was a former Formula racing, so yes.
What sparked your interest, your passion for racing and for cars? And was everything coming from your father, or
mostly from my father? It wasn't that he was pushing me to make motorsport as my hobby. But it was most of the aspects of my character. I would like to do motorsports that are lonely, don't depend to the team.
Okay.
At the first time, you know that everything can be, you need backups. But okay, it's something that's lonely. You have to blame only yourself. You need a lot of training. So yes, the speed and many others that you have to do racing in order to understand that. Made me love the motorsport.
What's your favorite type of competition?
Karting, of course, karting. It's combines the kart. It's easy. It's easy to understand it. Has a lot of competitive, many drivers in the same second, fighting for the win. So it's nice.
Okay, so as a career, where you have the most accomplishments in those type of sports and racing?
The most accomplishment was happened from 2000 until 2005, where I was competing in European Championship and Italian Championship, where I managed in 2004 to win the European Championship in Germany and Amfing on a long race over there. And we were with a Greek team. representing the Balkans. I believe I represent the southern part of Europe. So we were competing inside Germany. We won the European Championship over there. Then I went to the Mondial, to the World Cup, that was in Italy. I managed to do the pole position over there. So yeah, I believe those 5 years were the best of my career.
Did you have the most fun?
Yes, of course.
Or it was
I was a
challenging?
professional driver over there on the Italian team, manufacturer of go-karts. So yeah, I was spending my summers over there. I was staying in Italy most of the year over there. I believe 300 days it was in Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it was my passion over there. I was living my dream.
What it takes to become a professional racer? And
Yeah, sure, for sure, a lot of money. You need a sponsor.
okay,
Okay.
we're starting from the money.
Everything starts
Without
from
a car, you cannot be a racer.
you must have a supporter. I will say it, supporter.
Okay.
You must be coming from a country that supports the motorsport, because if you don't have a country that supports the motorsport, it's difficult to go on. And after all, it needs a lot of passion. You have to understand that only 22 drivers compete in Formula One, so it's a very hard dream even for a young child to believe that he can compete in Formula One. But dreams are free, so you can dream. Professional driver, you can be also in other categories, on cars, on rally cars, so after that you have to decide. You can become, of course, a professional driver, but needs a lot of patience. You have to be patient about it.
Where you started practicing? I'm guessing probably with your father on some go-karts, or
We own, as I told you before, we own
Yeah.
one of the biggest go-kart tracks in Athens. It's over there since '95. And it was like a home to me.
So-
It was
so I'm
easy
guess-
after school. I was over there
Yeah.
making practice. Even if it was raining, if with sun, with snow, every day I was over there.
okay. So now, how you're preparing for a competition? Do you have any, for example, when I talk with other type of sportists, they have trainings in the gym, they have mental conditioning and preparing their mental state.
Even,
How you prepare for a car race? Because it's quite different, but
It's-
probably
what I
principles are
believe,
the same.
karting in motorsport needs karting and motorsport, but you have to understand that you're an athlete. So all your career has to be formed like an athlete. You have to go to the gym. You have to don't sleep early. Try to eat healthy. Keep the kilos as low as you can make it. And do a lot of driving practice, but also, you need the mental practice, of course, a lot of that. You have to be clear in your mind, know your goals, like a normal athlete, I believe, like a champion. You have to work like that.
That's why it's called motorsport, yeah.
It's a formula.
Okay, and can you tell a little bit the audience how you prepare mentally to, because some of the challenges and competitions can be very stressful. You can be under a lot of pressure in the car. You have other competitors.
First of all, you must have a good advisor.
Okay.
First of all, but after that, you build it. You build by races. You have to start from the back. You have to know your abilities on that and believe in yourself. And you have to be alone, think about the mistakes you have done on previous races, set your mind, have a win spirit, and race by race, step by step, growing up, you can build your character and trying to avoid getting your mind, high. You have to be focused, humble. A lot of humble. You have to be humble in the motorsport, of course. And yes,
Does arrogance?
of course, arrogance. It's a bad how can I sense. You have to avoid that. Even with wins, you have to think about the next race and the next conditions. A good driver is also a good mechanic. So you have a lot of things to improve. You have to know what is going on your car, on your kart, what you are driving, and you have to understand that. So it's a lot of aspects you have to improve.
What kind of relationship you need to have with the car, with the machine that you're
I would
driving?
like to say with your mechanic.
How well you know the car
You
and
need to know your mechanic, and mechanics needs to know you absolutely and believe in you. Because in a race, many things can go wrong, and you must see your eyes of your mechanic and you see trust on him that you are a good driver. I know that you are a good driver. Let's find the problem and try to together to find a solution about that. So it's what I told you before, that motorsport is a lone hobby or a sport. No, after that you must combine the team spirit, work with the team on that aspect to have the best result.
Okay. Have you had any crashes? Probably for
the
that
crashes are what I told you before. It's the experience that you gain.
Okay.
Probably a rash thought that you could pass someone, that you shouldn't do that. Sometimes has as a result a crash. Yes, I had a crash. Thankfully, not major crashes, but I had crashes. But when you are on that kilos and you are an athlete, the crashes doesn't affect you. It's easy to rehab easily.
But for example, a lot of people after crashes and stuff like this, after that they have fear from going back in the car. How you're overcoming this? Do you have any?
Probably this separates the driver who is willing to go on and the driver that doesn't care so much about that. You need to know that a crash is something that could happen. Even if you go to play football outside your yard, you may hurt your leg. Does that mean that you're not gonna walk or play again? This is the same thing with driving. It's probably you're gonna have a crash, okay? But you have to avoid it and not think about that, and think what was you did wrong, what you didn't calculate correctly, and correct it, and go on.
Okay, that's very, that's a very good lesson, not only for the sport career or for a racing career, but also as a career in a business, because in business sometimes there are crashes. Not so physical, but you need this mentality to
go on.
Yeah,
go on.
And to succeed in the business or in the career.
The crashes are obstacles in your life that you have to overcome them.
How you decided to transition from a racing career to a business?
I started after I finished with my racing career, because somehow you have to finish the profession of driving. I became a driving coach. I would like to pass my knowledge to younger kids, as I told you, to be their mentor. So I was following as a mechanic many of the drivers. We managed to take a championship. We managed to go in a European championship and compete with my drivers. And after that, I thought about taking that as a professional and making a business on that. So we tried in Greece. We became distributors of many brands from karting level, having them in my go-kart track, and that was a way on a subject that I knew. I knew the sources from Italy. I knew the manufacturers. I knew everybody. So it was easy for me to become a businessman on karting, and mostly on motorsport also. Right now we own one of the biggest teams in Greece that now competes also in Italy and European championships. So yeah, we are having as a drivers, professional multiple times winners of championships. So we have something that's going on in Greece. And this is what I want to discuss with you, Martin.
Yes, please tell me more about it.
My dream is to make something more united in the Balkans. I would like to give my idea that as a businessman, I would like to find the way to work out with others from Bulgaria, from Romania, from everybody that we are as a Balkan, and make a strong championship, discuss ideas, try to find sources to make good races, our own championship, and find drivers that we can support, but as Balkans, not as Greece or Bulgaria alone.
Okay.
Having a championship from our driver that could go Formula from our championship would be an advertising for us.
Yeah, for the whole area as well.
Yeah, we are lonely. We know that we are on the southern part of Europe. Some of the times it's difficult to go and compete the countries from the north. So we have to do things by our own, prepare as best as we can. We have drivers. Also here in Bulgaria, I have a lot of drivers and friends that know the...
By the way, I'll have one guest in this podcast. He's 9-year-old. He's driving motorbikes, and he has 3 or 4 first places already. Age of 9, which shows that
he is a talent. Of course. He's a talent. It's the same. We have a lot of talent. I know. As I told you, I know from Greece. I know from Bulgaria. I know from Romania for sure. Many drivers that are natural talents could go on, but. I believe, and what I was feeling when I was racing in Europe, that there is a type of, I don't know the exact word to say it, but
stereotype.
Yeah,
maybe.
Stereotype that a good driver has to be from Germany, has to be from Spain, from Italy, or from Sweden. Many times we have shown them that they were wrong. We have the mentality, and we have the spirit, the Mediterranean spirit, and we can compete easily in these cases.
And maybe win. And
we have won many times. We
Yeah.
have won many times, even if we don't have the sources to win. We are back on the facilities. We are back on the teams. So we have to do a step forward, and this is what I'm willing to do here.
Okay, one interesting question about this. What support is necessary in order to create something on a bigger scale, let's say for the Balkans area, in order to show the world that we actually can produce this type of talent that can win races
We need,
every
first
time?
of all, to sit on a table. All the major people that can affect on the karting from each country, we need to sit on a table and discuss our ideas. Many of us have good ideas. Many of us are businessmen. Many of us has, for example, I have the go-kart tires for most of the brands. Maybe another guy can have good carts. We need to make good placement, good teams, compete teams with the best materials, and after that support with our sponsor, with our sources, good talents. Make them shine, give them the tools to prepare themselves as best as they could to compete in the European Championship. But first, we have to approve them, we have to make them good drivers, we have to give them the skills and the tools to go on.
Okay.
It's an idea.
It's a good goal.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, an idea, and it's something that it's really worth doing because even though we have a lot of, I have seen a lot of good drivers also in drifting and in different type of sports, but somehow they're not well heard of. There is not much popularity around them. As for example, let's take one Formula no drivers or someone like this. You know most of their names, you know most of the brands there. How we can disseminate it? How we can make it popular? And
because we are focusing so much in the Formula One matter, but for me, this is not only the only part of the motorsport we have to see. The youngsters on the age of 15, they maybe don't like to go in Formula One. They have to see something else. I have compete also in kart cross, which is a really nice championship. It's the first step for someone that willing to do gravel in his career. He is willing to go to WRC. That's a very nice motorsport aspect with a lot of appearance in many countries and a lot of fans. So it's about to give them the way to decide which part of the motorsport they were willing to follow. So it's not about only to get on the Formula One seat. You can go also to other championships. So giving them the possibility and the chance that we are here as a, I don't know, federation, a Balkan federation that we can support. From go-kart to kart cross to Formula, single seater, we have tracks. We have series, we have I think also in Romania there's a racing track, also in Bulgaria. So we have not the best tracks, but we have a good tracks in order to make the first step. As a federation, a Balkan federation could be that the way to show them that we are here for you, decide what you are willing to do. It's not about thinking about only going to Formula One or making only European Championship, paying the double of costs to go to Denmark, for example, or to England to make those races. We can organize here good races, good championships, and under one umbrella.
Yeah.
Speaking for everybody.
Yeah. And actually there is a lot of cool stuff happening in the world. News 24/7 will have the exclusive streaming rights for Goodwood.
This is a good
especially, I'm a big fan of retro cars, and they're racing with them, which really cool thing for me.
We saw that after the COVID area, that most of us were at houses. We were watching motorsport. So many people really knew the motorsport in the COVID area. After the COVID area, have shown a grown up on the matter of motorsport. Everybody is willing to understand motorsport. So it's a big step for you, and 24/7 that you brought Goodwood to Bulgaria, and people to get understand what is nice racing.
Yeah.
And yes, nice step.
That's good, and it's a step to promote it and to help people see it, to have the opportunity to see it, because
you see how a festival and how the English guy promote a festival. Okay, it's a 50 years festival. Okay, it's a nice festival, but we can copy that and make something like here in once in Athens, once in Sofia, once in Romania. We can make that easily.
And that would be really cool, because it will collect a lot of ice, especially with these cool cars that are a little bit older but in a great condition. For example, I was living in Denmark. They have annual gathering of all retro cars in one city, and it was huge parade. It
has to be not a privilege of
exactly
for everybody to come and see those cars.
Yeah.
So I believe we could organize something like that. This is what I'm telling you. It's about to sit in a table, discuss ideas under an umbrella that we all have an idea. You will be better on how to organize a classic retro festival. I will be better to discuss how we can make a motorsport race. Someone else can discuss about motorbikes. But we have to do that. All the business we have to talk about.
Yeah, and another good question is how you fund this. Do you have any ideas on?
Most of I cannot speak for Bulgaria, but I can speak for Greece. Greece, as a governor, they of course they found the federations, and even if we're gonna speak with the minister, we can for sure find a founder for this for this step.
Okay,
would be nice.
Maybe also some sponsors. A lot of car dealers,
fuel petrols, and many. If we make the first step, we have to do the first step. It's not about everything waiting about the sponsors. You have to do the first step. You have to be that you are mature, that your idea is mature, that you have a plan, a business plan, a good business plan, because we are businessmen. Also, they want to see something serious. So we're gonna make a good business plan, promote ourselves, show them that we have the knowledge. We're gonna put people that, not me and you, we're gonna put people that know how to work and how to do the marketing. Everybody has to understand their own post.
Yeah, that's very important, especially when you need to build a team that promotes this and make a brand out of it. What we can take as maybe knowledge, experience, and take it here from Europe, from USA, from...
USA, it's another part. USA, you know that Motorsport is even better than in Europe. The local championships have more sponsors than possibly, I don't know, MotoGP here in Europe. They have a lot of sponsors in the USA. But discussing Europe, I believe that we have the knowledge. We have many of ourselves, of our businessmen, we have made trips. We can, but even though we can bring guys from France, big federation, to help us organize it, give also ideas, and possible have a collaboration with them.
Okay, so basically we have everything necessary. What can be barriers or difficulties or challenges that we need to overcome to create this and to create
Honestly,
this federation?
For me, for a Greek guy to be here in Bulgaria and trying to do that, I don't think that there is any barrier. It's about the willing. It's about speaking out loud our thoughts and try to find sponsor and partners on that. We need partners. So I'm here to find a partner on that, to discuss it. I will try my best as my part. I will try to make my company here, Stefdol, me being a major on motorsport, and I will have my windows and my door open for any partnership.
Okay, maybe now it's a good time to say that if there are people watching us that are interested in this or work in this field or compete or have any wish to participate in this, you can just contact our media and we'll exchange contacts with Stefano, so we can maybe we can by showing this and having this conversation maybe can help to reach the right audience.
I will do my best. I will do my best as a person here in Bulgaria. I will try to get in most of the motorsports. Would not be easy. I believe I have good partners already here. And yeah, I'm willing to find everybody to help with this idea.
Okay, that's really good. We are talking about all these ideas and goals. How you imagine it? What you want to be in 10 years' time? How you wish to this whole sport be, if you need to imagine it?
I always imagine. I always like to imagine myself how I'm gonna be in 10 years. But you know, life brings many things.
Of course. Let's exclude this.
Okay.
What's your dream? What you want to be in the next 10 years? And for example, let's just skip time 10 years and what you want to see.
Being with a team that we have. As a start point here, being with a team of friends and partners, having made my idea about a global Balkan Federation grown, having many races, having given them the chance to make tracks. You know, other businessmen may find the solution, the way to make tracks. So it would be finding myself, you know, having my dream go on, making drivers and having a team on that and organizing races, organizing, you know, I don't know. I would like to involve always on the motorsport, to be on the motorsport in every aspect of that.
Okay, and I always have one important question because the podcast is called The Way to the Sun, and one of the regular questions that I ask is, what you want to leave as a trail on your way to the sun? Like, what's the thing that you want to leave behind by doing all of this?
All of this, if we see back from what is in motorsport, what I would like to pass is that the kids need to have the knowledge. We see so many deaths on the roads. We see so many guys that believe that they are Schumacher. And they,
but not on the racetrack, but on the street. Yeah.
What I would like to do is to have give the chance to even, how can I say it? It's not a poor, that someone that cannot have the money or the resources to compete in this race, having a championship even for those guys with rental cars. There are solutions on that, but for sure, leaving the streets.
Okay.
I would like to make less accidents. and try to get them know that it's safer for them to be on the track, and after that combine with their friends, to compete with their friends and on a safe place, not on the roads.
It's normal if you want to go and ride a horse. You don't need to buy it. You just
Yes.
go to the
That's right.
first ranch and you ride it. So
That's
you
right.
want to
That's
build
right. That's right.
this type
That's
of
right.
infrastructure that you can just go rent a car and drive as crazy as you want in a safe environment.
That's good. You know, I believe that there is a place. There is a place in every part, in Bulgaria, in Greece, in Romania, that we could make a go-kart track. This is the first stage, that everybody could go there with a cheap ticket, go and compete, taking out we have all been youngsters, we have all taken the car of our fathers.
And speed also, this adrenaline and this
And
feeling.
have the adrenaline.
Yeah, it's something that...
Inside with a helmet, with on a nice go-kart track, and having that as a hobby. I believe there is a place on that, on our society, that we have to do that. It's our it has to be our legacy to manage to do that to the youngsters.
Okay, and another question that is very interesting for me: how you scout for talent? How you find talented kids?
Oh, it's easy.
Because we're talking here about 7, 8 years old, maybe even earlier. How you find kids that are already passionate about driving and racing with the car?
It's different to be passionate and different to be a talent.
Okay,
Passion, yeah,
that's something
sure.
that maybe you need to clarify.
Even someone who is passionate with that, he's going to succeed. Of course, he's going to succeed, even if he's not a talent, because he's going to work with that. And someday, one day, with a hard way, he's going to be a talent, and he's going to be a fast driver. The talent, it doesn't come by itself. You have to work on that. You have to be, as I tell you, humble. You have to work. You have to, accept that you are a talent. What I see, it's easy for me to spot a talent by his character. It's immediately when I start up the engine, I can see his eyes. So I can understand by the first lap if he's a talent or not. But I also see, I have 3 kids. And
are they racing?
all of them. All
Okay.
Of them. So I can know who is the talent and who is passionate about that. I have two girls and a boy, and my older daughter, she's passionate about that. She wakes up 7 o'clock in the morning. Her mind's only how she's gonna try to finish their homework, to go to the go-kart and practice.
And drive.
The other guy, the younger, he's a talent, but he's more lazy. But I believe he's too young. He's for
Okay, okay.
young. But he's a talent.
Okay.
But
And what kind of character you need to build in order to become successful in this career? What kind of maybe traits, values? For example, if I want to start now, what I need to build in myself in order to be good at this
what
sport?
I'm gonna say now, it's not good to be heard, but that's the truth. The champions are not good characters. They are people that believe only on themselves. They don't depend on others, and they don't keep friendships inside the. I'm speaking about inside the race, okay, and they're willing to take most of it, no matter what. I have many examples. We can go back from the era for Ayrton Senna. He was not the best kid. After that, Michael Schumacher was a tough guy, difficult to beat. And now, nowadays, you can see that Max Verstappen, you can say he's not the best kid, but he's gonna be the best driver and the best champion of all times. All of them, if you are outside and you are trying to spot what they have in common, you may see that there are people that they are willing to take most of it, everything on it, no matter what. They don't find friends, they don't hear team orders, they want just to become the champions.
Okay, so this laser focus on winning, it's what is the difference between a super champion and winner and average one?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that.
How you build that laser focus? What it
This
takes
is
to
what
have it?
you have on it, because it happened to see Max Verstappen from his karting career. I have seen him since he was 13 years old, he was like that. He was focused only how to win the race. He was focused to do the practice no matter what, even if outside was with 0 degrees, he was doing the practice. And this is how you build it.
So
tough conditions.
You need dedication.
Of course.
And what I hear, it's a lot of discipline.
A lot. But you need also luck. You need people to support. All of them had money or sponsors from the early age. They found someone to believe on them since they were 10 years old. All of them.
Okay, how you find a sponsor like this at the age of 10? I mean, how?
It's about knowing people. You have to know. Your father, your mentor, your manager has to believe in you. If a motorsport manager sees something, he can believe in something. It's like a horse. I believe in this horse. I'm gonna invest on him, and I will hope that he's gonna bring me back. By taking a contract in Formula One.
How, let's say, an organization, for example, like you want to build like federation or something in Balkans, can support this process?
It's gonna be something like that. We're gonna make championship. We're gonna see people driving. We're gonna see many of the kids, and we could decide who we're gonna support mostly with our, people that we know, sponsors, and we will try to spot the best of them.
So that sounds like a great opportunity for all the young kids that wants to be champions in driving.
We have also that we have to think that it's not about finding a boy. It's also a girl. We need girls in the motorsport.
Actually, I know one girl. She's one of the best drifters in Bulgaria.
I have competed with girls. Really difficult to pass.
It can be tough, yeah.
They are really tough. They are really good drivers, and I don't know. They are, as you said, so focused on driving and on their goals, and they have so much things to prove on the rest of the drivers, because possible they are 1 or 2 women inside the race. So they give everything just to pass you or to compete with you. So they are really tough drivers, and most of the girls I know, they were good drivers.
Do you think it's more difficult for girls to become champions or racers in this? Because it doesn't matter who is behind the wheel, girl or a boy. I mean, it's not like, for example, contact sport like kickbox or something. You cannot put boy and a girl. But
it's a matter of time to get one woman in the Formula One. FIA has already made a lot of steps on that, has made a W series for women, and go-karting, they support girls in getting on karting races. I believe that girls need to have how can I say, a prototype, someone to see and admire in Formula One. I believe as soon as it's going to happen, girls are going to be involved in the motorsport for sure, a lot.
Okay, yeah, because I haven't heard of many, actually of any, especially in Formula One. Maybe in the rest of the 2, 3 Formula, there are a lot, but
not heard.
Yeah,
not
this is something also that it's important, and
we need to improve.
Every girl that wants to drive can just go and become a really good driver. Okay, and one more thing I want to ask you, because racing for 19 years, it takes a lot of wish, desire, discipline, and so on. How you manage with failures? Because you said that the best champions are the ones that are focused on how to reach the end first. But what happens when you are focused on that and then you fail to reach it first? You reach it second or third or fifth?
Failures are, you need to understand that failures are these games. You fight only for one position, 300 drivers per race. You need to know that you're not going always to win. As Stefano's, I have tried myself in many championships. Not as I told you on karting. I went to Formula. I was. You need to believe in yourself. You need to know that okay, this race was bad for me. I had a huge gap with the first drivers, but on the next one I'm gonna improve. What I'm gonna do? A lot of practice, and a lot of videos, a lot of thinking about, a lot of talk with your mechanics. In 2016 I tried first to do kart cross. It was something new for me. I went from the tarmac, I went to the gravel, something totally new. But I started to having a...
Which one is more difficult?
I would insist that tarmac is more difficult, but gravel is more enjoy. You enjoy a lot. And if you ask me in my age what I would like to do, it's gravel. It's,
because it's more drifty
it's drifty. It's nicer there. You enjoy it a lot. You could spend half of second, 1 second in one turn, and enjoy it.
Okay.
This is not, you cannot do it in a tarmac. But as I told you, I started from the back. My first race was a failure, total failure. I spun 3 times per lap. But this, because I knew myself, I knew that I could compete with the best drivers on that championship, made me think about it, go make a personal training on that, and on the next race I won it immediately. So on a matter of 1 month, I made myself think about the mistakes and make it happen. So this is the major things. Don't lose the, how can I say, lose your mind.
Okay.
Keep focused, knowing yourself.
So just another fail, let's go to the next win, yeah?
Yeah, skip it. Okay, it was a failure, don't think about it. The next day is gonna be different. You know yourself, you know that you are fast, you have to listen, your mechanics, improve what you have to improve and go to the next race.
How important is the car? Because nowadays we see faster and faster cars, better technology, tires, mechanics inside. How important is the car? And for example, if my competitors have better cars, can I beat them because I'm better driver?
Honestly,
what's the balance between the two?
Honestly, you cannot beat them. Motorsport is not like basketball. It's not about pure talent. You have to have also the good materials. This is what I'm telling you about as driver coaches or mechanics we have to do. We have to prepare the best of it for our drivers. We have to have the best material, the best engine, the best engineer on the kart. We have to give the best of it to the driver, and then the driver has to take all of it. Yeah, you have to invest a lot of money. You have to get good material. You have to be always trying to see outside the how would we say that?
Outside the box?
Yeah, outside the box, and think about what it's going to be the next move for any manufacturer. You have to know that this manufacturer was good this year. You have to know that the next year maybe another manufacturer will be better. So go and work with them.
So you need to foresee the changes that will happen and work with always the best. You have to be on the
front stage and change fast.
Okay, but how you're guessing this? How you can know which one is?
Being inside the heat of the championship, traveling a lot, watching the races, discussing with other managers.
Probably performance of the cars also it's important. So how? What is the key element or the one thing that you must have in order to be a champion, except the laser focus of the driver? I mean, what's the combination between the two that makes it perfect? For example, let's say, what helped Schumacher be champion so many years?
Also the timing. because we can see that many drivers from that had fulfilled everything. They had the good career, racing career. They had the budget that was needed. They had I don't know, the government behind them, but the timing was not ready for them. Many talents has lost the chance to get in Formula One because of the timing. As I told you, there are only 22 seats, and those 22 seats are occupied by drivers that already have the package for in order to. So sometimes it's about the timing about that.
And maybe chance and little bit luck too. Yeah.
And luck. You have to get the luck in it. You need to have luck because without that you may stay home.
Good. I want to ask you now, because we're coming to the end of our conversation, what kind of advice or words of wisdom you can share to the kids that are starting now? What kind of advice you can give them to if they are dreaming to become a champion, no matter where?
I would advise them to go step by step, always having a dream in their minds, the way to succeed it, trying to have the ears open, trying to practice a lot. I try to have them their bodies in the best shape every time. Be ready for the chance that may come. You have to be ready. You have to and take the chance. If you hear something, you have to be 100% sure about yourself. I am trained. I know what I'm driving. I know I have worked a lot with the mechanic of. If we speak about karting, I have to know my karting. I'm totally educated and I can do it easily and go on. But step by step, step by step.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview. It was great pleasure to talk to you. Драги зрители, много се радвам, че бяхте с нас. Надявам се, че това интервю ви хареса. Очаквайте съвсем скоро по News 24/7 и състезанието Goodwood на 13 и 14 април, което ще се излучи ексклюзивно при нас. И ако някой, който ни е гледал и проявява интерес към това да подкрепи Стефанос в неговата кауза, свържете се с нас, ние ще се радваме да ви свържем с него, за да можем да създадем една добра среда за този вид спорт в България и въобще на Балканите. Така че благодаря ви, че ни гледахте. Надявам се, че ви е било интересно и до следващия път по пътя към Слънцето. С мен Мартин Петров. Благодаря ви.